What makes this moment so important is that J.J. Redick isn't criticizing the Lakers for one bad night. He's pointing to a pattern. The way he talks about rotations, player roles, and decision-making shows a team still searching for identity, not just wins. When names like Austin Reeves come up, it signals trust issues and chemistry questions that don't fix themselves overnight. If the Lakers don't lock in consistency soon, these same problems will resurface under playoff pressure, where there's no margin for error. The real concern isn't whether they can win games now, it's whether they can fix this before it's too late.
How you doing?
Hey, Mike.
Just how did Austin come through his first minutes, a day later and heading into tonight's game?
Good. No issues, and he'll get a little more minutes allocated to him, still with the restriction.
It's that long time thing in the NBA where you go on a long trip and then the first game at home, can be, I don't want to say a trap game, but can be a mental challenge. What are the ways to fight that, to push against it for somebody that's been through the ringer like you have?
Well, hopefully there was a lot of sleep yesterday and last night.
That's the biggest one?
Yeah.
Two for you. I know it's not official yet, so you can't explicitly talk about what's coming in, but what did Gabe mean to you over this last year and a half and kind of the locker room and everything that he kind of brought to this organization?
Gabe's inactive tonight and will be with the team tonight.
Okay. What happened with Jackson, and kind of how did that go about giving that word, and did you have a chance to talk to him? What was sort of his explanation?
Yeah, he made an error in judgment, and he owned up to it and apologized, and he hasn't had a chance to apologize in front of the team yet, but hopefully this is a learning opportunity for him. Clearly saw the video. So.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
JJ, without being specific, because I know you can't, we've seen this franchise acquire guys that are great shooters other places and they come here and they struggle. What do you think is the key to being a great shooter on the big stage?
Making shots.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, so you got the Sixers, and 2 months ago that was a great game for LeBron, especially the way he closed. And just how do you want to approach them now that say Joel plays, he's playing better lately? How do you kind of look at that as a challenge for your team tonight?
They've won 5 in a row. They're playing really well. Won the other night without Joel. Maxey, is a really dynamic offensive player and can score in a number of ways, starting in transition. And Joe looks like he looks like Joe. He's 30 a game over the last 10, shooting really efficiently. Playing, you can see in the way he's moving on film. He looks like he's worked himself into shape after not being able to really do a lot to start the season, outside of the 30 minutes in a game. He wasn't able to do a lot, so he's worked himself into shape. They've got to do a good job too. They're really crashing right now. Barlow has got 16 offensive rebounds in his last 2 games. Bona's playing hard, so there's a lot of problems and a lot of challenges with them. They're playing good.
You played with Joel when he was, getting to play his first playoff minutes and everything, and getting his body to get through a full season before. Are you surprised at all that he's able to play, get himself at the level that he's at now, considering how far behind he looked when you last saw him 2 months ago?
No, not surprised. It just more as like his friend. You just have a great deal of empathy for all that his body's been through, and having to. It seems like every year, if not every other year, having to just rehab for something, and he's stuck with it. And I think it's a testament to how much he loves this game and how much he loves competing that he's back to playing at this level.
Kobe.
It was in the preseason. You mentioned utility plays with Luka, Austin, LeBron, and obviously I think after the last game, it's been 9 games they've been able to play together with, I think, 33, including tonight, moving forward. Are there ways you can maybe fast track, whether it's utility plays or just their general feel for playing with one another?
When they're all playing together, yeah. but it's going to be hard to do that with the minutes restriction.
Coach, what are your thoughts on VJ Edgecombe?
Oh, really good rookie. He's really impressed me all season. I think it starts with just he's not afraid. He's not afraid. He's hit big shots all year for them. He takes on whatever challenge is in front of him, and he's a really good, highly skilled offensive player who also competes on the defensive end. Crashes. There's a lot in terms of his impact on the game outside of just scoring the basketball.
Coach, the last time the Lakers swept the Sixers in the regular season was, I think, the 2014-2015 campaign. How good would it be to get that sweep this season and start this homestand with a win?
Well, coming off 8 road games, and frankly, I think we're 12-8 at home. We regardless of opponent, we need to start playing better at home.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
What makes this moment so important is that JJ Redick isn't reacting to one bad game or a random off night. He's exposing a pattern that's been quietly forming all season. When he breaks down rotations, spacing, and decision-making, he's really talking about identity. Right now, the Lakers don't have a fully locked-in basketball identity when the game slows down and pressure rises. And in the NBA, that's the difference between a dangerous team and an early playoff exit. When Austin Reeves is brought into the conversation, it's not about effort or talent. It's about role clarity. Reeves is at his best when he knows exactly when to attack, when to facilitate, and when to space the floor. If those responsibilities shift game to game, hesitation creeps in. And hesitation is invisible to casual fans, but deadly at the highest level. It turns open shots into late shots, clean reads into turnovers, and good defense into breakdowns. JJ Redick also hints at something even deeper: trust. Championship teams trust the system, trust the rotation, and trust each other. When players are unsure if they'll close games or see consistent minutes, they play not to make mistakes instead of playing to win. That mindset doesn't show up in the box score, but it shows up in tight fourth quarters, where the Lakers have struggled to execute cleanly. Now, here's the part most people aren't thinking about. While the Lakers are still adjusting, their competition isn't waiting. Other contenders are sharpening their lineups, locking in chemistry, and building habits that carry into the postseason. Playoff basketball doesn't reward potential, it exposes uncertainty. And that's exactly what JJ Redick is warning about without directly saying it. But this isn't a doomsday message. It's actually an opportunity. Because if the Lakers take this moment seriously, define roles, stabilize rotations, and commit to a clear style of play, they instantly become one of the most dangerous teams in the West. The talent is already there. The question is alignment. So the real issue isn't whether the Lakers can win games right now, it's whether they can decide who they are before the playoffs decide for them. And that's what makes this interview so important, because seasons don't collapse suddenly, they reveal themselves slowly.